Ever felt like you accidentally enrolled in Broke Life Premium just by checking your bank account? That moment when you work hard, make all the right moves, and still see your six-figure savings goal drifting further away. Stings. Here's what most people never realize. Waiting just one more year to start can cost you over $20,000 in lost compound growth. That's right. If you're not taking action today, you're paying opportunity cost deluxe. Think reaching your first $100,000 is just for trust fund babies or those Dogecoin lottery winners. Think again. Once you hit that number, your money works harder than all those LinkedIn rise and grind motivational posts combined. But what exactly are the first steps that actually get you there? And what's the single biggest mistake keeping most people stick around? Because I'm John from Money Masters, and I'll be revealing the one game-changer move hidden in plain sight, plus a 9-part blueprint that can shave years off your savings journey. Let's break out of the cycle for good. Let's set the stage, because this isn't just about numbers. It's about changing the very foundation of how you think about money. Here's the brutal truth. Most people approach saving and investing the same way they treat their New Year gym memberships. Big dreams, lots of motivation the first month, and then, as soon as life throws a wrench, they're back to their old habits, staring at an empty account, blaming willpower. Here's what they're really missing. You can't fill your financial bucket if it's full of holes. Imagine hustling every day, pouring money into savings. But your cash keeps leaking out invisible cracks, unused subscriptions, unoptimized taxes, sky-high housing costs. The wealthy, they use calculators and roadmaps, not just willpower, to plug those holes. And the best part, you don't need to sacrifice every joy in life. No, you don't have to quit coffee or live on plain pasta for a decade. What matters is making just a few strategic decisions that kickstart compounding, turning every dollar you save now into several dollars later. That's the magic of compound growth. To illustrate, let's pause. If you start today, investing $500 a month at a 10% average annual return, you'll have over $94,000 in just 10 years. Wait a year. You're down $15,000 off that total, just for hesitating to... This isn't theoretical. According to data from Vanguard's 2023 study, early starters routinely end up with hundreds of thousands more than those who delay, even by a couple years. Now, there's a myth floating around that building wealth is all about pinching pennies. Skip the lattes, say no to brunch. While those things help, they're not the big levers. The real game changers are the big-ticket decisions and the automated systems the wealthy set up to run on autopilot. For example, most folks spend hours hunting coupon codes to save $20, while ignoring a $1,000 a month leak in their housing or an unused 401k match, which can easily add up to $500,000 over a couple decades. Here's the 9-strategy roadmap I've mapped out after working with thousands of money masters. Viewers, combined. These steps save or earn thousands per year, and when stacked, they form a wealth-building engine most people never even consider. Some will sound familiar, but if your results aren't accelerating, you aren't implementing them the proven way. Others will flip what you've been taught on its head. But keep an open mind, because just one insight could knock years off your journey to that $100,000 goal. Before diving in, quick warning. Wherever we're talking investments or accounts, always remember, this is for educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and past performance never guarantees future results. Always consult with a qualified advisor for your unique situation. Let's start the countdown. Strategy number 9. Tax optimization. Keep more of what you earn. Taxes aren't just for April 15th. They can be the single biggest drag on your net worth. Right up there with rent or mortgage. Most people put more thought into their Starbucks order than their tax strategy. But right in front of you are government-backed accounts, like traditional IRAs and 401ks, that let you cut your tax bill and boost your investments. Consider this. If you make $50,000 and contribute $10,000 to your 401k, you pay taxes on just $40,000. If you're in the 22% bracket, you're saving $2,200 instantly. That means every $1,000 you invest in your 401k only costs you $1,780 out of take-home pay. Think of it as a government coupon for building wealth. By the way, this also applies to many self-employed retirement accounts. And there are after-tax options like Roth IRAs where your withdrawals can be tax-free in retirement. Imagine you max this out for 10 years. That's potentially $22,000 or more kept in your portfolio, ready to compound. If you haven't checked your own potential tax savings yet, pause for a second, grab a calculator, or comment below with "tax hack" if you're not sure. And the Money Masters community will help get you started. Sarah, a 32-year-old nurse, started using her hospital's 403b and a Roth IRA even while paying off student loans. By channeling just $300 more per month into tax-advantaged accounts, her 10-year wealth projection jumped by over $70,000 compared to her old after-tax savings account. She didn't cut a single expense. She just plugged her tax leaks. If you're wondering which strategy on this list adds even more free money to your account with almost zero effort, don't miss the next tactic, because it's the easiest money you'll ever make. Strategy number 8. Grab the free money. Employer 401k match. Millions skip this, yet it's an instant 50 to 100% return. Here's how. If your employer offers a 50% match up to 6% of your salary, and you earn $50,000, that's $3,000 from you and $1,500 from them. No strings attached. That's $1,500 you literally miss if you don't participate. Run the math. Where else can you get a guaranteed 50% return? From day one, Ian, a 27-year-old graphic designer, ignored his company's match for 3 years, assuming he couldn't afford it. When he finally auto-increased his 401k deduction to 6%, the match instantly boosted his annual savings by $1,800 a year. Over a decade, that's $24,000, even before investment growth. He said, "It's like a hidden raise I almost threw away." 2 strategies down. That's untapped taxes and free money unlocked. If you've ever skipped enrolling in your 401k because money was tight, comment. Fixing that now below. Let's see how many of us are making the switch. Up next, a wealth-building strategy you control completely. No need for a boss or a lucky break. Strategy number 7. New income streams. Expand. Don't shrink. Standard financial advice says live below your means. That's fine, until there's nothing left to cut. The better path: expand your means. That means adding a side hustle, freelance gig, or small business, for the express purpose of investing it. The trick: keep your lifestyle steady and funnel all extra income directly into your investment accounts. If you bring in $500 extra per month from tutoring or consulting and allocate it straight to a Roth IRA or brokerage account, you're looking at $6,000 a year. Over 20 years compounding at 8%. That's $295,000. Just from a side money stream. Maria, a software developer, launched a weekend Etsy shop selling planner printables. She channeled every dollar of her $300 per month side income into index funds without touching her lifestyle. 4 years in, her extra nest egg is already over $17,000. Let's flip the script. Imagine if your side hustle was your main retirement plan, and your real job just covered living expenses. When you mentally separate wealth money from life money, savings no longer feels like deprivation. That's 3 core wealth levers, each adding thousands in opportunity. So far, you've learned to cut your taxes, claim free employer cash, and supercharge your investing with side income. But the next tactic is the fast-forward button on compounding. Few people stick with this, but it's a true accelerator. Strategy number 6. Reinvest every single dividend. Getting a $50 dividend check feels like a mini reward, right? But the secret: if you reinvest those dividends, the power of compounding goes exponential. The S&P 500 has averaged 10.7% annual returns when dividends are reinvested, but only 6.6% if you cash them out. That 4.1% gap means the difference between $174,500 and just $75,400 over 30 years. Starting with $10,000, per the NYU Stern 2023 data. Every $1 reinvested buys more dividend-paying assets, feeding a snowball that gets bigger every year. Jen, a high school teacher, auto-enables dividend reinvestments in her brokerage and retirement accounts. Over 10 years, her habit boosted her investments by 47% compared to her sister, who withdrew dividends for spending. Half the difference in their balances was purely due to compounding. Investing always involves risk. Dividends aren't guaranteed, and historical returns don't predict the future. Always consult with a professional before making investment moves. 4 out of 9 strategies. Do you see the compounding effect building? Next up, the stealth tax nobody warns you about, that can silently rob you of hundreds of thousands over your investing lifetime. Strategy number 5, investment fees. Keep what's yours. Fees are the vampire bat of personal finance, tiny on the surface, but a drain on your long-term growth. Paying a 1% annual fund fee versus 0.1% might not sound big, but over 30 years on $100,000 compounding at 7%, you'll end up with $760,000 low fee versus only $574,000 high fee. That's $186,000 lost to costs. Mindset shifts. There's no prize for paying more. S&P 500 index funds at places like Fidelity or Vanguard often come in under 0.1% annual fees versus 1% or more for some actively managed funds. Rules: always compare fund expense ratios before investing. Malik moved his $42,000 IRA from a 1% fee broker to a 0.04% Vanguard index. Over 20 years at 7% return. The difference is $21,000 richer. No extra investing required. Ever checked your investment account's expense ratio? If yes, post your fund fees in the comments. Let's crowdsource the best deals. That's 5 foundational moves. Keep stacking these and your first $100,000 is no longer a fantasy. The next step is where most people try to get clever and end up losing. Ready? Let's dig in. Strategy number 4. Don't try to time the market. Consistency beats prediction. The headlines urge you to sell in a panic or buy because this time is different. But jumping in and out of investments is a wealth destroyer. Data shows the average investor who tries to beat the market underperforms by 1 to 3% a year. Missing just the 10 best days in the market over 30 years can cut your returns in half. And oddly, those best days almost always follow big drops when panic cashes out. Formula? Oh, fees. Plug money in every month, rain or shine. Resist the urge to trade. Think of investing like planting an orchard. Constant attention ruins the harvest. Sam, a Money Masters subscriber, ignored the 2020 sell-off and kept buying $400 monthly. His account doubled in recovery, while friends who pulled out lost years of growth. He says, automating kept my emotions out. I hit $100,000 2 years sooner than I'd planned. Imagine putting on blinders and robots investing for you. Most successful investors automate their contributions so they never need to worry if today is the best day or not. Investments go up and down, sometimes sharply, but do not invest money you need within 5 years. Always review your risk profile and consult an advisor. 6 down, 3 to go. Your foundation is rock solid. At this checkpoint, you're keeping more with lower taxes, fee savings, and market consistency. Plus maximizing every dollar with employer match and side hustles. The top 3 strategies will now multiply your growth further. Strategy number 3. Simple, proven investments. Index funds over hot tips. Here's the fork in the road. Spend hours cherry-picking stocks, or choose broad-based, low-cost index funds and let the market's natural growth build your future. The S&P 500 Index Fund gives you exposure to over 500 top U.S. companies, Apple, Amazon, Google, and others, in one purchase. According to Fidelity's 2024 analysis, over 94% of active funds underperform the S&P 500 over 20 years. So you don't need to outthink Wall Street. Just own the whole market. Younger investors can consider tilting toward growth funds, more volatility, but higher average returns because time is on your side. The key: automate monthly purchases, ignore the noise, and rebalance once a year. Taylor had spent years trading hot stocks with mixed and stressful results. When they switched to a simple S&P 500 index fund, auto-investing $250 per month, their average annual return increased by 3.2%. With less stress and far less time spent, think of index funds as planting a forest versus trying to pick the next magic bean. Long term, the forest always outgrows the scattered beans. If you've started investing, even $1,000 in any index fund, type "started" in the comments to inspire others. No investment is risk-free, and index funds can lose value in downturns. Past returns are historical averages, not predictions. Coming up, the millionaire discipline that sounds boring, but separates the truly wealthy from those who just look rich. Strategy number 2. Outwit lifestyle inflation. Invest every raise. You get a raise. Instinct, upgrade your life. Bigger apartment, flashier car, gourmet groceries. But lifestyle creep kills more million-dollar dreams than any market crash. Take the evidence. Moving from $40,000 to $60,000 income, but upgrading your spending at every step still leaves you broke. But if you hold lifestyle steady and invest just half your next raise, say $5,000 more income, $2,500 to savings. It compounds dramatically. Study. The average millionaire saves over 50% of income. Tom Stanley. The millionaire next door. Real happiness barely rises with bigger purchases after basic needs. So why trade your future freedom for a fleeting new car high? Randy made $39,000 a year and kept expenses level as he advanced to $65,000. Investing every extra dollar. In 6 years, he stacked $55,000 more than his peers who upgraded. He says, "I still treat myself, but my future self is getting an even bigger reward." The next time you get a raise, commit right now. How much will you auto-route to investments? Comment with your percentage. 8 out of 9 done. You've mastered income, taxes, fees, investments, and lifestyle. Sticking with these has created an unstoppable momentum. But this last strategy can unlock the largest gains of all. If you're willing to challenge the status quo. Strategy number 1. Optimize your housing, your richest move. Housing is almost always your largest monthly expense, often 40 to 60% of your budget. If you're spending over 30% of your income here, wealth building slows to a crawl. But unlike taxes or fees, this is the most flexible line item. If you get creative. Options. Take in roommates, move somewhere less expensive, downsize temporarily, or use house hacking. Buy a duplex, rent out half, live in the other. Example. Cutting housing from $2,000 to $1,200 per month frees $800 monthly. Invested at 10% a year. That's nearly $10,000 extra per year. Over 20 years. It snowballs to more than $572,000. Lisa rented out 2 bedrooms in her home, cutting her personal housing cost by $900 per month. In 7 years, she saved over $75,000 without earning a dollar more or giving up anything major. She's on track to hit $100,000 well before 35. Picture this as a phase, not a prison. It's a choice to build the foundation fast. One day, your investments will pay for your dream home's mortgage. Changing housing can mean trade-offs, and not every situation fits everyone. Be cautious. Calculate moving expenses, risks, and the impact on quality of life. That's all 9 strategies, each one a multiplier, but together an unstoppable system. Final recap. Tax optimization, employer matching, new income, reinvesting dividends, fee slashing. Market discipline, simple index investing, lifestyle inflation defense, and housing optimization. They create a wealth compounder that's virtually unbreakable when automated and repeated. And here's the secret. Building wealth isn't about perfection. It's about systems and automation that keep you moving, even when motivation fades. Compound growth is slow at first, then rapid. According to Warren Buffett's partner Charlie Munger, the first $100,000 is a B. But you gotta do it. If these strategies spark an idea, or you've used even one, let us know below. Let's support each other in the comments. To make this easier, I've created a free first $100,000 roadmap spreadsheet. Grab it in the description below to customize your own savings, compounding, and timeline. The only thing left is choosing which move you'll make first. Because every month you wait means thousands lost to opportunity cost. Quick recap. You now have a 9-part framework to leapfrog yourself out of broke life premium and straight into building your first $100,000. From tax optimization, free employer match, and automated side income to compounding dividends. Fee slashing, riding out market moves, choosing index funds, blocking lifestyle inflation, and most powerfully controlling your housing. Every step is a lever for explosive growth. Here are your next action steps. First, calculate your employer match and start claiming every available dollar this pay period. This week, check your investments for hidden fees and activate automatic dividend reinvestment. In the next 30 to 90 days, track your actual cash flow and target at least one housing or side income tweak. Could you add a roommate, start one freelance gig, or reallocate your next raise over 6 months and beyond? Review your progress every quarter using the first $100,000 roadmap spreadsheet. From the description below, adjust and stack more strategies as your confidence grows. When will you see results if you act today? Even a simple $500 per month automated investment can snowball to $100,000 in under 12 years. Often much sooner if you layer employer match, extra income, and cut housing. Results will always vary. Markets go up and down, and setbacks happen. But in every case, disciplined action beats sitting still. The first 1,000 is the hardest, but each step builds momentum and evidence for your next move. My challenge. Download the free first $100,000 roadmap spreadsheet below. Fill in your actual numbers and let the power of compounding become real. Subscribe to Money Masters now. Next video, I'll break down the highest yielding index fund portfolios with risk data for new investors. Plus, answer your best questions from this video. If you're truly committed, tap the notification bell and comment below with your biggest money obstacle or aha moment. Our community grows stronger with every honest share. Remember, everything here is for education and information only. It's not personal financial advice and results will vary. Always consult a qualified advisor before making major financial decisions. Your future self is counting on today's choices, so make one smart money move this week. You've got this.